how I made a beat using only this MIDI guitar. First, I laid down some chords. Layer. Splice it up a little bit in the beats mode. I think I did the lead after that. This sound, this sound, and this sound. A little counter lead. You have another little counter lead here. A layer on that. One more chord layer. The bass. Sound here. Next we got 808. Took the 808 and mashed it up with the snare. Our hi-hats. Here is the full beat. Now, I would like to share some thoughts and opinions about this instrument because there is a common misconception that this is meant to replace a guitar. This is not meant to replace a guitar the same way that a keyboard isn't meant to replace a grand piano. One of the biggest things I've seen people say is, oh, you can't bend on it. See, there's a lot of instruments that you can't bend on. There's that wheel on the keyboard, but essentially that's what the wheel does anyway. Right? You can still slide, which I think is very important. You can't technically tap the way that guitars do, but you can still tap as long as you pick first. There's about no latency. And it works very well with the DAW. I do not like using the keyboard. I do not like using the piano. I am the guitarist. I like playing what I'm familiar with. There are certain limitations that I get when I try to use a keyboard to reduce. This instrument replaces that skill block that I have when I try to use a keyboard. And you don't need an amp. You don't need an interface. Don't knock it until you try it. If it's not your style, that's fine. I don't do a lot of bending, but I do a lot of sliding. I do a lot of tapping. Honestly, the limitation of not exactly being able to tap makes me think of new ideas. There are other options for MIDI guitars, but I believe everyone is pretty different. This is the only one that is just the machine itself. There's one that I know is like a full guitar, and that one works very well. You can do all of the guitar things on it, but it is a guitar MIDI. You do have to set it up. You do have to maintain it. You do have to often change the strings and clean. You do have to change these strings here. I don't believe that would be a frequent process. Then there's one that you attach to your own guitar, and some people may not want to attach a full MIDI system to their guitar. So I think it depends on what you are looking for and what you are willing to commit to. This is something that's simple, something that you can just pull out and use as a MIDI controller, and I think it does its job well. I do think there's room for improvement. And for the people that do like to bend, I have recommended they add a tremolo bar system or something that can help you bend the notes. Maybe, I know it's a hardware thing, so maybe not this model, or they can find a way to attach it to this thing. You can do chords, you can do melody, you can do rhythm, and it is very easy and comfortable to play. After a full day of tracking on a guitar, coming to this and there being no pain, just very comfortable, very easy on your fingers, it's honestly a nice way to switch the workflow. Some people may say it feels like a toy. Well, what's wrong with that, honestly?